A multi-agency investigation turned up what you see here. It is a large amount of drugs and guns in southern Kentucky. Officers say the arrests that came with them helped break up a large-scale trafficking organization. New at 6, WKYT's Jeremy Toms is talking with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office about the effort to keep.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root says their drug interdiction task force executed a big drug bust this month, and it came with the help of multiple other agencies.
There's drugs in all 120 counties, and all these leaders, they want the drugs gone.
The force worked together with the Rockcastle County and Knox County Sheriff's offices for weeks to dismantle a drug trafficking organization which they say spans several states and brought huge amounts of crystal meth into both Laurel and Clay counties.
That was really a good stop, and turned out numerous drugs, guns, and money.
Sheriff Root says they first executed a search warrant at the London home of 58-year-old Vernon Delph, a convicted felon, where they found 11 pounds of meth and 23 firearms. 2 weeks later, a follow-up operation in London led to the arrest of 2 more members of this organization, 30-year-old Jay Boykin of Georgia and 46-year-old Karonda Tillman of Tennessee. They seized 9 more pounds of meth on June 20th, amounting to more than 20 pounds in all. And Sheriff Root says the work won't stop there.
Drugs seem to be the root of all problems. I mean, as far as driving, our burglaries, our thefts, it affects our young children, it affects households, and I feel that we have really made a difference, and we will continue to make a difference.
In Laurel County, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
And Sheriff Root says they do expect this case to develop, including indictments and more drug seizures.